All right, gonna go round two on this recording. The internet's sucking right now. We got storms going on outside, a lot of wind, all that kind of thing. And it is Wednesday, the 22nd. Didn't do a Tuesday recording because the guy who handled all this stuff, Drew, I talked about him before. He's still out. He's back today. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing knocked out right now, which is actually kind of better because I show you the charts in a bit. Yesterday was ugly. All the information that's been coming out really kind of pushing the markets all over the place. With respect to how's inflation really doing. That jobs report that I talked about, that's all a bunch of jerk off numbers that made inflation go a different direction, which really freaks out bondholders. A lot of sell-off, a lot of selling off. So that influences our interest rates negatively. But let me talk about interest rates for right now. There is what appears to be some folks that are getting kind of new into the I'm a real estate investment finance guy game. I'm starting to see some new names I'd never seen before popping up. I'm starting to hear some people coming back to me saying, hey, this guy say he can get this ridiculous rate. I'm like, I can't touch that. That's owner-occupied rates. Then they come back later and it's like, oh, yeah, when he finally got to where we're getting closing, we get a completely different rate. And he said, oh, he thought it was an owner-occupied loan and that he made a mistake and trying to get them to accept some piece of crap that he should have just done to begin with. These guys suck. So there's people out there trying to sucker you into something with a lower rate. Go to bankrate.com. Type the shit in right now. In fact, I'll show you. I've been having some problems with the screen share. I'm going to do this. I'm going to share a screen, which I pulled up, bankrate.com myself, so you can take a look at it. There it is. That's today, right now, a 30-year fixed. And Bankrate's not talking about investment talk, but about owner-occupied. There's the lowest published rate you're going to find because people they survey, they're going to give you the lowest rate they can. They're not giving the higher shit because they want to be ranked in the survey as higher. So they're going to give us the lowest they can. That's the average interest rate right now for a person buying a property to live in. And there's also going to be some points associated with that. So when you're looking at that, we are approaching 7% if you get in the real rates for people, not the bank rate published bullcrap that they survey. So when somebody says I can get you in the sixes on investment property and no points or low points or some of that, just know they're pulling some stuff that's going to sneak up on you. And if for some reason they're able to honor that whole damn thing, well, good on you for being able to pull that shit off, because that's something that you probably were never going to see again. Now, let's look at the market today. Let's look at where we're at as far as the mortgage-backed securities is concerned, so you guys can see what I'm looking at. We've talked a bit. You can go down. You can scroll down to the original email you got. You click to go into the YouTube, scroll down into all the notes that are down there and all the links I have. I have a video that breaks this down. So I'm not going to get into the details of this right now. You can watch there. You can see exactly what's going on with the real estate, with the MBSs. So I can tell you exactly, you see what I mean here when I'm talking about this. So look at this. We have been on this downward just beating. And this looks like it's been going since the beginning of February. We've been taking this beating since right out of the gate. First day of the month. We had a really, really, really good month last month. Everything was holding really good steady. But then you have everything that we're turning around. Every time I turn around, there's some sort of hit because of the, what's going on with the jobs report. All these things are really messing with the market. We saw what was going to be some pretty good movement on the 17th this last week. We reached, look right here, reached right at this point, which follows this trend line. And what happened? We get the very next day, which was next trading day was Monday, which was a federal holiday. No movement, because you can see there's no movement. It was a closed trading. But what does it do? It opens up right within that downward trend line and stays within it. So I think we're on this trend line for a little bit until we break out of it. I don't know what's going to break us out of it. We may continue to see downward movement in the mortgage-backed securities, which would be upward movement in the interest rates. So like I was talking about in the last time that I put something out, which is last Wednesday, a week ago, what Charlie Munger said, we could be on a ride for 40-year increase in interest rates. So I would lock what you got while you got it. I don't know where this is going to end up. A lot of people keep claiming when things settle out with respect to inflation and when we really get into this recession that we're supposed to be getting into. There's a lot of stuff talking about indicators on recession right now that we're heading into it. Shit, we've been in that thing. And we still haven't been able to get the effects of that, which is improving interest rates typically in a recession. So I don't know what to tell you. We got a hell of a mess out there. All I can tell you is control what you can control for as long as you can control it, and stay away from those sumbitches that are pretending to be like pretending to know what the hell they're doing, because they're going to play around for a little while, and then things are going to get real, and you're going to find out who you're dealing with, and it's probably going to hurt you. So you want to stay away from those who don't know what the hell they're doing, haven't been in these cycles before. This is a new cycle for them. All they know is badass interest rates for the last 10, 12 years. And now they don't know what to do with this. They haven't seen what happens when you make stupid decisions with a real estate investment when the market's going in a direction that is uncontrolled. We've seen it. Been in this since 97. You want to stay away from those guys. Call me if you have questions. We'll talk you through it. You got Scotty, you got Ellen, you got Carly, you got Sandra. You got some smart-ass people on my team to help guide you to where we're going. Doesn't mean we know exactly all the things going to happen, but we can at least tell you where other people made mistakes and where that has taken them. So that way you can make a decision based on practical data, not speculation theory. Thanks, guys.